Today, we're diving into the astonishing world of numismatics, the art and science of coin collecting, and focusing our magnifying glass on a single, seemingly ordinary coin, the 1994 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But what if I told you that this humble penny, a coin you might find lying forgotten at the bottom of a drawer, could be worth a life-changing sum? $5 million. That's right, $5 million for a single 1994 Lincoln penny. How is this possible? Why would anyone pay such an astronomical price for a coin that most people consider pocket change? Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets, the history, and the mind-blowing mysteries behind this legendary coin. And by the end, you'll see why collectors across the globe are obsessed with finding the rarest Lincoln pennies. And don't forget, for more fascinating stories that could change your life, hit subscribe to join the Profit Show. Let's begin by setting the stage. The Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, billions of these coins have been minted, passed from hand to hand, and tucked away in piggy banks and coin jars all across the country. Most people never give these pennies a second thought, but hidden among the billions are rare varieties, errors, and unique anomalies that can command staggering prices at auction. The 1994 Lincoln penny is one such coin, but only under the rarest of circumstances. So what makes a 1994 Lincoln penny worth $5 million? Let's break it down step by step, peeling back the layers of history, craftsmanship, and numismatic intrigue that make this coin so extraordinary. Step 1. Understand the basics. In 1994, the United States Mint produced over 6.5 billion Lincoln pennies at its facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The majority of these coins were struck in copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams each. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" arching above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 1994, stamped on the right. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, an enduring symbol of American ideals and history. With so many coins produced, you might assume that every 1994 penny is exactly the same. But that's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Not all pennies are created equal. Sometimes, mistakes are made at the mint, errors that slip through unnoticed, making certain coins incredibly rare and valuable. These errors can include double strikes, off-center images, missing elements, or even the use of the wrong metal planchet. And it's these very anomalies that can send collectors into a frenzy, driving values into the millions. With so many coins produced, you might assume that every 1994 penny is exactly the same. But that's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Not all pennies are created equal. Sometimes, mistakes are made at the mint, errors that slip through unnoticed, making certain coins incredibly rare and valuable. These errors can include double strikes, off-center images, missing elements, or even the use of the wrong metal planchet. And it's these very anomalies that can send collectors into a frenzy, driving values into the millions. Step 2. The hunt for rare errors. Among the 1994 Lincoln pennies, there are a few legendary varieties that command special attention from collectors. For example, some 1994 pennies were accidentally struck using a planchet intended for a different denomination. Imagine holding a penny that was supposed to be a dime or a nickel. The result is a coin with remarkable features, different weight, unusual color, or a slightly off-kilter design. Such errors are incredibly rare, and their value is determined by both the uniqueness of the error and the coin's condition. But there's another, even more mysterious variety, the coin that's been called the 1994 Lincoln Transitional Error. In this scenario, a penny is struck using leftover bronze planchets from earlier years, instead of the newer copper-plated zinc. Bronze pennies were phased out in 1982, but it's believed that a handful of bronze planchets remained hidden in the mint's machinery, only to be discovered when they were accidentally used to strike pennies in later years. The discovery of a 1994 penny struck on a bronze planchet would be a numismatic sensation, so rare, in fact, that collectors would be willing to pay millions for such a find. Step 3. Condition matters. Even among rare coins, condition is king. Numismatists use a grading scale to assess coins, ranging from poor barely identifiable, to mint state, as perfect as the day it left the mint. A 1994 Lincoln penny with a rare error or struck on a bronze planchet, in pristine mint state condition, could easily become the centerpiece of a world-class collection. It's these high-grade, virtually flawless coins that command the highest prices at auction. Step 4. The power of provenance. Sometimes, the story behind a coin is just as valuable as the coin itself. Imagine discovering a rare 1994 penny in a family heirloom collection, or unearthing it in the change you received from a local store. Coins with a compelling backstory often fetch higher prices, as collectors are drawn to the history and human drama behind the find. In the case of the $5 million penny, rumors swirl about a single coin with a unique error, authenticated by experts, and with a mysterious history that only adds to its allure. Step 5. Auction fever. When a rare coin like the 1994 Lincoln penny comes to light, it often sparks a bidding war among collectors, dealers, and investors. The excitement is palpable, with prices soaring higher as the world's top numismatists compete to add the coin to their collections. In some cases, prices can reach the stratosphere, $5 million or more, for a coin that might once have slipped through your fingers without a second thought. But the fascination doesn't stop there. Why are collectors willing to pay so much for these coins? The answer lies in the deep, enduring allure of numismatics. Collectors aren't just buying metal. They're buying a piece of history, a tangible artifact from another era, and a symbol of rarity and uniqueness. For many, the thrill of the hunt is just as important as the prize itself. Every coin is a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. Let's take a quick journey through the world of valuable pennies. Did you know that some of the most valuable pennies ever sold include the 1943 copper penny, which fetched over $1 million at auction, and the 1955 double-die penny, famous for its dramatic doubling of the date and inscriptions? These coins are legendary among collectors, and their stories only add to the mystique of the hobby. The 1994 Lincoln penny now joins these ranks, thanks to its rare varieties and the sky-high prices collectors are willing to pay. But how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Here's a checklist for aspiring treasure hunters. First, examine the weight of your coin. A standard 1994 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your coin is noticeably heavier, closer to 3.1 grams, it might be struck on a rare bronze planchet. Next, use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look for unusual features, doubled images, missing elements, or off-center designs. Check for mint marks. Most 1994 pennies will have no mint mark, Philadelphia, a D, Denver, or an S, San Francisco. Errors can sometimes involve unusual or missing mint marks. Consider having your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can verify whether your coin is a genuine error and assign it a grade, which can dramatically impact its value. Even if you don't find a $5 million penny, coin collecting can be a rewarding and fascinating hobby. It's a window into history, a way to connect with the past, and, just maybe, a path to untold riches. But let's dig a little deeper. Why do some coins become so valuable, while others remain ordinary? It all comes down to three factors: rarity, demand, and condition. Rarity is obvious. The fewer coins there are of a particular type, the more collectors will compete for them. Demand is driven by the stories, errors, and historical significance of a coin. And condition, as we've discussed, is all about how well a coin has survived the passage of time. The 1994 Lincoln penny, in its rarest forms, ticks all three boxes. It's a modern coin, but its errors are vanishingly rare. Collectors around the world covet these coins, sparking intense bidding wars and driving prices to new heights. And when a coin appears in pristine mint state condition, it becomes the ultimate prize. But there's one more twist to this story. In the world of numismatics, discoveries are still being made. Every year, new varieties, errors, and rarities are uncovered by sharp-eyed collectors. The next legendary coin could be hiding in your change jar right now. Imagine the thrill of realizing that a simple penny could unlock a fortune. So what can you do to maximize your chances of finding a valuable coin? Start by learning everything you can about coins, study their history, their varieties, and their secrets. Join local or online coin clubs, connect with other collectors, and share your discoveries. And most importantly, never overlook a penny. The next time you see a 1994 Lincoln cent, take a closer look. You just might be holding a $5 million treasure in the palm of your hand. As we wrap up, remember that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, mysteries, and extraordinary tales. The story of the 1994 Lincoln penny is just one example of how everyday objects can contain hidden value, waiting to be discovered by those who are curious and persistent. If you enjoyed this journey into the secrets of rare coins and want to hear more stories that could change your life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Profit Show. Your next great discovery could be just a penny away. Stay curious, happy collecting, and remember, the world is full of hidden treasures. Will you be the one to find them?